Proverbs 14:15 says this: the simple believe anything, but the prudent give thought to their steps. In other words, wise people think through before making their decisions. Shalom again. Today I want to talk to you about decision making. Decision making is an essential skill everyone ought to have. It's non-negotiable for making progress in every area of life. As a parent, you may need to decide which school to send your child to. As a student going to college, you may need to decide what your majors are. As a working young adult, you may need to decide whether you should continue this career path. As a boss or a leader, you need to decide the direction your organization is going. Having said that, we sometimes struggle when it comes to decision making. Why? Sometimes it can be insecurities that cause us to procrastinate in making a decision. At other times, it can be fear that can prevent us from making a decision at all. The thing is this: no one wants to make a wrong decision, but you cannot avoid risk. You will make mistakes. The goal is therefore to make many more good decisions than bad ones. The encouraging news is that decision making is a skill you and I can practice and get better at it. There are two key factors in decision making. Number one is accuracy, making the right decision at the right time. Accuracy involves making the best decision. There will be several potentially good choices and options, and sometimes the responsibility is to make the best choice at the right time. The second thing is speed, making the decision as quickly as reasonably possible. Speed is about making the decision as quickly as prudence will allow. You cannot rush the process, but it's far more common to go too slow than too fast. In fact, it's not uncommon that we know the right decision, but we just won't pull the trigger. What usually prevents us from making the decision? Two primary components. The objective component, insufficient information. And then there's the subjective component, which is lacking in wisdom. Insufficient information and the lack of wisdom will result in a lack of confidence. In question form, they will probably look like this: are you not making the decision because you need more information? Or are you not making the decision because you are not sure what to do? There is a significant difference between needing additional information and having all the information you need, but you still don't know what to do. Gathering relevant information is a finite process and can be done with relative speed. It is not necessary to accumulate infinite amounts of data to make a good decision. On the other hand, wisdom is different. It's more subjective, but it's not elusive. You can have all the information, but still be unsure or unwilling to make the decision. However, when you include your best advisors in thought and prayer, you can gain the wisdom you need. And ultimately, it's about courage. Make the decision. Sometimes it's fear or insecurity that shuts decision making down at the very end. When you know you have all the information you need and your wise counsel gives a green light, make the decision and act. I know it's still not easy to make a tough decision. So let me give you 4 good questions that are helpful in the decision-making process. Number 1 is, does it matter? I cannot tell you how much time I've wasted on deciding which restaurant to go to for my meals. For your information, I eat out quite often. You could probably give an example or two of things you have deliberated on that were just not that important. Someone once said that if you decide and no one gets upset, you just make a decision that does not matter. Second question is, what are the risks? Is the risk worth the reward? Write down the risks you see in play. Are there other alternatives to lessen the risk that still provides the same results that you want? If not, are you willing to take the risk, yes or no? Any important decision you make has a risk factor. As said earlier, risk is inescapable. Evaluating the risk also requires the incredibly important factor of writing down the potential results of not taking the risk. Avoiding the risk may seem safe at the moment, but in the long run, would it be disastrous? The next question is, do you know all that can be known? Have you done all your homework? Is the research complete? What is left that you need to know? Another important question is this: does the decision require reflection time? There are a few decisions that even when you have all the information and wisdom, you still need some time to let it marinate. Take the time you need to soak and to pray. Make sure you know God's mind, but your decision is not a mystery to God. And if it is about His work, He's not likely to withhold from you His will. If it's an issue of timing, you can still make the decision and put a date on when you activate the decision. Thank you once again for watching this. My prayer is that in following the practical guidance, it will help you not only to make decisions but make better decisions and increase your confidence for future decisions. God bless your days ahead.